What's going on, collective? Welcome back to the channel. Gigi here. Thank you so much for joining me for another collective energy reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So let's just get into all the things. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, all the YouTube things to show support to the channel. It would mean the world to me. I just want to give you guys an update on the service that I do provide, which is a prayer and blessing book. If you guys are in special need of special prayer or blessings, feel free to email me. I will take your email. We can chat. I can write it down in my book. And every night when I pray, I'd be happy to pray for you and ask the Holy Spirit for blessings and protection and all of those things for you. It is completely free. You can find that information down in the description box below. What else? Just a heads up, if you guys are in the Central Valley of California on March 12th, I will be having a pop-up shop at Burner's Merced. It's the dispensary in my local area. And I'll be there from noon to 6 on the 12th of March. Feel free to come on by. I'll be talking about it more in my live, which I'm going to be hosting my third one this Friday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come and join me for that. They've been a hoot. They've been so much fun. I love seeing you guys there, chat with you, all of that. Not a whole lot else to talk about. I do want to give my disclaimer. This is a collective energy reading for the full collective. So take it how it resonates. Leave what doesn't fit. Take what does. Remember, Gigi is not a therapist, but I am your friend. Here with messages from the Holy Spirit to give you messages from him, his angels, my spirit guides that may have something to tell you, and to communicate with energies that need to come through. So that is the disclaimer. Let's get our timeline update. It is March 1st, 2022. It is 2:24 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Central Valley, California. On my table today, we have Zodiac from the Oracles of Ascendance. We have Divine Feminine. We have the Archangels. We have my manga deck, Tarot, out on the table. I have Soul's Journey and the Romance Oracles. This is my second reading with this deck of tarot cards. How I've been doing it, and Spirit says this is the way we're going to do it for now until I pick up the meanings a little bit better, figure out how to channel with my other cards the way he wants me to. We're going to be pulling 3 cards out of the deck through my shuffling, see what's on the bottom, and I usually do that after my Zodiac and the 2 oracles to start it out with, and then I will channel the rest of the messages with Soul's Journey and pull whatever we need out of Romance Oracles. I'm channeling with 2 pieces of clear quartz, Tiger's Eye, Sodalite, Amethyst, and Rose Quartz today. I have my books, the 3 books that I'm going to be using for 2 of the Oracle decks and the Tarot deck. I do know most of the meanings for Tarot, but Spirit wants me to specifically read the messages so people can make sure they get the clear and precise message. And plus, I use words to help me channel. I need to see specific words to be able to pick up the messages Spirit wants to give me in that moment. So this is just an easier way for me to do it. I just wanted to give you how I plan on doing this for you guys today, just for those of you who care. If not, it is what it is. All right, let's get going. Holy Spirit, please come down with your angels to protect and guide me as I channel this energy surrounding our collective. Only allow your heaven's white light to surround this reading and cast any darkness back to hell where it belongs, please and thank you. I also want to open up this reading to any of the angels, ancestors, and loved ones that have ascended to the highest white light, as well as my spirit guides that may need to come through to help me. I welcome you here in this reading for our collective. All right. Okay. Just saging myself. All right, let's get boogieing. Let's get it in. Get it in, get it on, get it over with. No, I'm just kidding. Can anybody tell me what movie that's from? If you don't know, Gone in 60 Seconds. Angelina Jolie's famous words. Yes. Anyway, I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I love and appreciate you guys. I really do. So much better. Let there be light. Okay, Spirit, let's focus. What is the zodiac energy surrounding this reading today? What is the zodiac energy for today's reading? Holy Spirit, please and thank you. What is the energy, the zodiac energy for today's reading? Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Okay. All right. What is the... Okay. We got 4. We have the element of fire. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Aries. We have Uranus for Aquarius. And we have Capricorn, fire, air, and earth. On the bottom of the deck, we have the element of water. We have all 4 elements out on my table today, friends. It's going to be a party. Divine Feminine, Archangels. Archangels first. Divine Feminine. Okay. Confusing me. Okay. All right. What does Divine Feminine have to start this reading off with today, Holy Spirit? It's my cheat sheet. All right. What does Divine Feminine have to say to start this reading off, please? And thank you, Holy Spirit. What does Divine Feminine have to say, Holy Spirit? I'm getting a message of someone's tired of mothering grown-ass men. Someone's sick and tired of having to mother grown-ass men. Without being fulfilled emotionally afterwards. They're like energy vampires. Somebody's tired of feeling emotionally drained. On the nose big time. Okay, well, let's see. I'm being told your nurturing patience is being worn thin. You need a break. Maybe a romantic getaway. No. A solo getaway. A week off alone. Is that right? On the nose, big time. Somebody needs a vacation, a solo vacation. Even if it just means to sit in bed and sleep. What does Divine Feminine want to say to start this off? All of them? Just the top one? Okay. Oh, I saw this one too. Do you want me to take it? No? Okay. We have Enheduanna, the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. Yes, however, there is a however. If you're giving and giving and giving and you don't feel like you're being replenished, if you feel like you're being burnt out and have caretaker burnout or just burnout because you feel like the person you're with is emotionally unavailable, you may be a legacy of love. But the thing is that love that you have could very well be draining you spiritually. You need to take a step back and have a break, a real break. Take a weekend to yourself if you can. Take a week to yourself if you can. But you need to take an actual break. Okay? Do you want me to read the excerpt? No. Okay, we're just going to hop into it. The next one up on deck is the Archangel. Let's see what Archangel has to say. What do your Archangels have to say, Holy Spirit, to help encourage this Divine Feminine to take some much needed time for herself before she has complete and utter burnout that makes her want to rip her hair out? Somebody may actually be losing their hair. Is that right? You may be so stressed out your hair's falling out. You have acne. You have no want to go and do anything. You could be letting go of yourself. It happens to a lot of people. It's okay. Now it's time for you to gather yourself and start doing the things you need to do for yourself unapologetically. It's time for self-care. Go to the gym, even if it's just to take a half an hour walk on a treadmill. Go sit in like some gyms, like I go to Planet Fitness. Some gyms have like those massage beds. They have fun little, like mine has this Beauty Angel machine, which is like a tightening and toning machine with infrared lights and all of that. Even if it's just to go do the machines and go have a walk, just to get out of the house, away from people. Go do it. Even if it's only for an hour. You need to start doing something every single day for yourself and stop letting people get in your way. Stop letting your own, well, I just want this and I just want, no, you need to start doing the things that you need to do for yourself, because here's why. Because it's going to clear all the cobwebs out of your head. It's going to give you distance from the people that are energetically sucking you dry. It's going to give you a moment of peace and quiet so you can gather your thoughts and go back to whatever it was that you were doing. Even if you're, alone and you're just sick and tired of being in the house, go do something, because it's seriously affecting your mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. It's time for you to, if you want to harness this legacy of love that's in your soul, you need to become one with your soul, which means you need to take your you time. You need to work on self-care. So let's see what messages the archangels have to say to us. Whoa. We have Archangel Chamuel. Open your heart to give and receive love. Your essence is love. Yes, that's fine. But the thing is you have to be able to love yourself, feel confident in yourself. If you feel physically drained and you're like getting upset over the littlest things, it's not doing you any good. It's not going to do anybody around you any good. Okay. Archangel Roquel. Enter higher planetary service. Be a blazing light. In order to do that, you have to be able to have your time to gather yourself, recoup, regenerate, recharge. Because if you have these, if you want to get in align with the highest, go with the flow. The thing is in order to do that, you have to be decompressed. It's important. It's extraordinarily important. Okay? If you want to be able to do all of these beautiful things, if this is who you really are, and you want to open your heart to give and receive love, you are in essence, your essence is love. If you want that to be something that you're able to maintain, you have to take your you time. You have to start taking better care of yourself. Get the sleep you need. Get the just rest and relaxation you need. Go do the nice things for yourself. Go have a massage. Go get your nails done. Go out to the park and walk yourself. If you have an animal, bring them with you. Go to the gym. Take yourself out for ice cream just because you can. Go do something nice for yourself away from everybody else in order to be able to continue being the high priestess. If you want to be able to harness your magic powers, your mystic powers, to be a legacy of love, you have to be one with your soul. It's important. And if your soul feels empty and deprived and you're feeling like you're overwhelmed and nobody understands you, you need to understand yourself. You need to understand your mental, your abilities. You need to understand why your body's going through what it is, why you're getting upset over every little thing. You have to start understanding who you are to be able to give the love and go with the flow. You want to give love to receive love, you have to get yourself under control and figure out what it is that trigger you. And you need to know when to be able to say enough is enough and take the time. And if you're the kind of person like me, I feel like nothing gets done if I don't do it. That's my thing. And the thing is sometimes I have to just let it go, walk away from it, go do something else, and just decompress. Sometimes I'll just lock myself in my prayer closet, my meditation and prayer closet for an hour or two just to get away from it all and decompress, me and spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it's time now, because I feel like there's a lot of darkness lingering that's sucking somebody into it, and it's making them push people away that truly love them. Okay? And the thing is we don't want to do that. People who truly love you are there for a reason. The thing is you have to start learning how to understand yourself in order to better understand others. You have to not be so wound so tight. Okay? And it doesn't come back down to the whole celibacy thing, taking a vow of celibacy, none of that. If you're in a committed relationship and you're open to the snoo and all of that, just understand that maybe take a little break. Not completely celibate, just take a week or two off, get your mind right, get yourself together, and then if you want to start sharing sexual energy again with your partner, fine. It's a great de-stressor, but the thing is you need to learn how to de-stress yourself without it. okay? Because you need to be able to understand why your mind, body, and soul are doing and acting the way they are. There's something blocking you, and it's because you're constantly being sucked dry of the energy that you have, and it's not being replenished, or it's not being replenished enough. And the thing is everybody can love you so much, but you have to love yourself and do the right things for yourself. Eating right, taking your supplements and your vitamins, drinking plenty of water, confirmation from spirit, going and getting the exercise you need, getting outside more, doing those things, practicing, your talents, your artistic abilities, all of those things. You got to do the things you need to do for you, and stop worrying about what other people need from you once in a while, because it's okay to put yourself first. Pecking order: spirit, yourself, your husband, or husband or wife, your children, the rest of your family and friends. You got to put spirit first. You got to put yourself first in order to be balanced. You got to do those things, and then everybody else comes in after that. It's not selfish. It's the way to a healthy life. All right, here we go. Tarot time. I love this deck. This is my manga deck, my mystical manga, right here. Love these cards. All right, Spirit, what other messages you want to give us? I do love these cards. They're so beautiful. You don't need to be Wonder Woman all the time. You don't need to be Superman all the time. You don't need to be any of that. You can be vulnerable. You can say you've had enough. You can allow yourself to feel what you feel, and then work on figuring out how to, ease those feelings, alleviate those feelings without getting crazy. If you need a break, if you're a stay-at-home parent, it's okay to say, okay, I need a hand. I need an extra set of hands. Even if it's only for a few hours a week, finding somebody to watch the kids for a few hours a week out of the house so you can do what you need to do to make yourself feel like you have some new time. It'll help. It really will. Okay. What does the tarot have to say, Holy Spirit? Too many. 3 cards, please, Spirit. 3 cards. 1. 2, too many. 2. Last card, please, Spirit. Last card. You want me to take all 3 of these? Just the bottom? Okay. We have on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. I'm going to read all of these. We have the 5 of Swords, the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Cups. Now, this is how I do it. This is the way I'm being told I'm allowed to read these cards. If I don't follow the Holy Spirit's rules, tarot comes off the table. So I'm going to just read the meanings either in upright or reverse, and then I will tell you what the energy I'm feeling off of them, okay? For the Hangman, once the actions have been taken, all you can do is sit tight. You've done your best to be by your own beliefs, and now you wait and see. Like a breath taken and held, there's a little movement, and it can be maddening. Every instinct urges movement, and yet physical movement is impossible. The mind and heart are still active, but maybe distressingly so. It feels like it's exactly what I was saying. You've done your best by your own beliefs, and now you wait and see. You've done all you can do. Like, if you have somebody that just needs mama booby all the time, meaning your spouse, even if it's a man or a woman, doesn't matter, place yourself where it is, flip it, switch it, reverse it, do what you got to do, okay? If you have children, they already need you to be the nurturing parent that you are. But if your spouse needs that just as much, if not more of the same attention, and they're not holding up to their end of the bargain, you can only do so much. And the thing is if you're not taking your time to regenerate and recoup so you don't feel overwhelmed about everything, and you start getting angry and you're not communicating well, you're basically just hanging there in the breeze, waiting for something to happen, or basically pushing the person over the edge, or you being pushed over the edge and ending a relationship that doesn't need to be ended. It could be worked out, but if you're not taking care of yourself, your mind and heart may still be active, but you may be under distressingly so. You're under distress. You're stressed out. You're emotionally and spiritually exhausted, possibly even physically exhausted, because you may not be getting the sleep you need. So it's time for you to understand that you don't need to hang in the breeze anymore. The only thing you need to be hanging in the breeze with is go sit in a hammock and go sway in the breeze and drink a margarita, virgin or otherwise. Take it how it is. If you like to sip on something, go smoke on something, sip on something, drink a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee, have a piece of cake, whatever it is. Just go sit out in the sunshine, sway in the breeze in a hammock, and relax. Instead of just dangling there waiting for something to happen, and it may not be the kind of thing that you want to happen. If you want your relationship to end, then end it. Don't stay there for no good reason. If you're there and you feel overwhelmed and you can't seem to do, nothing helps. Going to the gym that's not working. Even if you take on a heavy duty sport like boxing or MMA and you're just still going home and you're still feeling a certain kind of way, then maybe that's just not the relationship for you. But if you're able to alleviate your own stress in a peaceful way and you're able to fix things, then, maybe that, you just need a break. And once you finally get yourself under control, maybe it's time for you to take a romantic getaway with your partner and go have a serious conversation and have some, cutesy time. Take a cruise, go on a trip, see a new place, just you and him, or her and you, or whatever the case may be. Leave the kids with grandma if you can, or whoever you trust, and go take yourself a 4 or 5 day weekend and go do something. Okay? The Five of Swords. A battle is over, complete with a winner and a loser. Someone is walking away with all the prizes as well as confirmed enemies. Others are walking away with regrets, bad feelings, strong judgment, and probably with a taste for revenge. So, hang on, the Spirit is giving this to me. The thing is, people, if you have recently released energies or you're trying to push away energies and all of a sudden you're starting to feel overwhelmed, it's because you're in the middle of a spiritual battle. You have spiritual enemies now because these people are no longer able to suck your energy. They want to be able to take from you and take from you and take from you. And when they can't anymore, they become angry. And all that darkness is attacking you. And that could very well be another reason why you're feeling the way you feel. All the things that wouldn't normally bother you are irking the crap out of you, and you just want to punch somebody in the throat. Like, black magic does exist. So remember that. If you've recently been releasing energies, just know that these people, if they really didn't want you releasing them and they still wanted to be emotional and energy vampires, they're trying to still suck your energy from you in different ways. Okay? They have a taste for revenge, so they may come after you one way or another, so be prepared. That's why you need to take your you time, get into hermit mode, start praying and meditating and working on your protection around you, because it may not just be what you see in front of you. It could be something that's going on energetically, spiritually, all of that. Although he may not know it yet, the victor has also lost something valuable, perhaps his honor, integrity, value, or friends. This situation is confused, and that makes it hard to know what to do. What you need to do is get yourself in order. And the order that you need to get yourself in is with spirit, yourself, and your family. Get everything in balance. Get everything in order. So that way, you know when you start to feel overwhelmed, what you need to do to purge those feelings. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see what the Knight of Cups in reverse needs to say. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Somebody's head is in the clouds, indulging in romanticism, obliviousness. Somebody has in their head, this could be a lingering emotion or a lingering thought or lingering feelings, is that they have this idea of romance. And they saw it in someone, maybe not the person they're with now, but they saw it in someone, and that's what they have, this fantasy. Maybe they watch so many fairy tales and they want to be the princess and all of that, and their prince is meant to be with them, but their style of romance isn't necessarily the same as what yours is, maybe. Okay. And you may be idolizing the romance that you want so deep inside. I feel like that's kind of lowering your standards, but the thing is you're with the person you're with now. No, is that not it, Spirit? No. What is it? You're catching me in the middle of it. You're daydreaming. You're longing for something that that it's not for your best interest. You're longing for something that was one-sided. Something that can't happen because maybe somebody's emotionally unavailable. Maybe somebody that you're with may have a lot of deep-rooted issues that prevents them from being the type of romantic you need them to be. Doesn't mean, do you want them to end the relationship? No. Work on it, but you need to work on yourself in the process. That needs to be your main priority. Being disciplined in your housework, being disciplined in your schedule, being disciplined in the things that you do. Staying consistent, making sure you're taking your you time, and stop fantasizing about people from your past. That's the one. Okay. Stop fantasizing about people in your past, because there's somebody in your life now that needs you. If you have children, they need you. You need yourself, you need spirit, you need your family, and you need to work hard on it. Ace of Cups. Okay. You're being offered a chalice of healing elixir that promises to soothe the soul, calm the spirit, and heal wounds. Healing often begins with forgiveness, for yourself and for others. Even if the situation is challenging or chaotic, there's an opportunity to bridge the gap and restore the relationships that have been under stress. Moving forward from a place of love may feel awkward, but as you finish drinking the cup of grace, you will find a lesson in understanding. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to read this again because I feel like it's important. You're being offered a chalice of healing elixir that promises to soothe the soul, calm the spirit, and heal wounds. Healing often begins with forgiveness for yourself and for others, even if the situation is challenging or chaotic. The thing is like I was saying with this guy here, okay, is that you may have enemies now that are trying to break you apart. Energetically and spiritually, mentally, physically, all of those. If they're doing it here in the 3D, the 5D, or whatever, things are becoming challenging and chaotic because there's a lot of darkness coming around you because you're trying to heal yourself. You're trying to take your power back. You're trying to take your energy back. You're trying to call it back from all places, people, and times, and they don't like it. They don't like feeling the towers come down around them. They don't like feeling their life being uprooted because they don't have the energy that they need to be able to do what they want. No. Okay. This is going to, if the situation feels challenging or chaotic, there is an opportunity to bridge the gap and restore the relationships that have been under stress. Moving forward from a place of love may feel awkward, but as you finish drinking the cup of grace, you will find a lesson and understanding. There is a reason you are where you are. You need to learn how to be there. Okay? You need to learn how to be there. In order for you to be successful, in order for you to have self-healing, you need to learn where you are. You need to grow where you are. Okay? That's the message, because the thing is that you need to be one with your soul, and your soul is a legacy of love. Okay? As Archangel Roquel says here, open your heart to give and receive love. You're an essence of love. Here it says by Archangel Roquel, enter higher planetary service, be a blazing light. You're going to need to be a light to somebody. somebody is going to need you very much so. The one that may need mama booby all the time, one that may be a man child, all of that, they need you. Okay? You need to align with the higher forces, with the Most High, and go with the flow. The stress is killing the relationships that are in your life because somebody's up in their head and not in allowing the darkness to start consuming them and being told again, don't let it take you again. You've got too much work to do. You're already on the right path. You need to stay there locked and loaded. You need to keep your heels dug in the ground and walk a straight and narrow line right now until you feel more confident on how to handle yourself, because there's a lot of darkness surrounding somebody and the Holy Spirit is doing everything he can to keep that energy away from you. But if you start allowing it to come through, there's only so much power they're going to be able to give you without it being sucked away by these other people. So just remember that. You're being offered a cup of love from somebody that loves you very much, and being told this person may love you more than they love themselves, on the nose, very big time. You need to teach this person how to take time for themselves as well, because if that person's under stress and they're taking it out on you and you're stressed out and everybody's stressed out, there needs to be self-love time for both of you. Okay? If one has to go before the other, fine. And if, so I'll just use an example. Me and my son's dad, okay? I usually, because I stay at home with my son all day long, when my son's dad gets home, I usually spend about an hour with them, dinner, family time, all of that, and then I'm off in hermit mode until my son goes to bed. I put him to bed, and then after that, I leave his dad alone and let him do what he's doing until bedtime, okay? So that way we both have time to ourselves to do what we need to do for ourselves, zone out, not think, read, exercise, whatever it is, so we can at least get an hour or two each to ourselves. So, that's just an example of what you can do. But making sure that you're both getting enough self-love time is extraordinarily important for the relationship. Okay? All right, where are we going? Romance oracles? Okay, we're going romance oracles. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Could have seen that I was blind to let you go. Yeah, if you're hurting and you're afraid to love because there's something on your mind that's holding you back, and you let this relationship go, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it, but good. Okay, what's the romance angels have to say? What does romance angels have to say, Holy Spirit? Thank you. I can't make it up. Love yourself first, because the thing is, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive and sane. You'll find your sanity when you love yourself first. There may be a new love offer coming through. Will it affect the relationships that are already around this person? No. But there may be a new love. Maybe with the same person you're with, and you may be able to find, new love between each other if you start loving yourselves first and finding, a harmonious balance. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. It may not be a new person physically, but it may be a new person mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Possibly due to an awakening. If they're already in your life, there may be something that's in the works. Spirits may be doing something in the works that may very well be kicking their butt in gear. Who knows? I guess divine timing will tell. But the thing is you need to love yourself first. Whee! Healing family issues. It comes down to those man children I was talking about that really need a mama booby, it could very well be because they weren't nurtured by their mamas. And being with you may very well be helping them heal those family issues. Okay? May also help them get out of this whole needing to be a man-child thing. Your love benefits as you forgive your parents. Because, we have twin flame situation. That new love, there's going to be a whole lot of romantic feelings. You're going to have to be able to handle them. And the thing is if you're burnt out, stressed out, and don't know how to relax, you're going to it's not going to be beneficial to anybody. You need to learn how to love yourself first so others can love you. Because you can love everybody until you're blue in the face, but if you don't love yourself, it's not going to work. Okay? What's on the bottom of the deck? Give the relationship a chance to heal. Is it somebody that this person already knows? On the nose, big time. There's something strange here. I feel like this is you may be surrounded by people. You may be in a kind of on and off again kind of relationship, but there's something new coming towards you. Maybe somebody, okay. No, what is it, Spirit? You want me to get to Soul's Journey? Okay. Because there's something here on the bottom of the deck. Express your love. I feel like somebody could be in a relationship now. Maybe a relationship now. Sort of kind of like up and down, back and forth, don't know what to do kind of thing, like biding your time. I don't know. But somebody's twin is on a path to this divine being, whether it be divine feminine, divine masculine, whoever. The thing is spirit won't let it happen completely until you start loving yourself, truly loving yourself first, and doing what you need to do for yourself. You want all the romanticals. This one says your head's up in the clouds and you're fantasizing about romanticism. The thing is there's romantic feelings going to be there. And if you just sit there and fantasize about it and you don't do the work you need to do to love yourself and boss up and all those things that I like to, talk about, it's just going to prolong this and prolong it and prolong it. And the thing is spirit wants you guys to have the max amount of time that you can have together. And the longer you procrastinate on this self-love and get healing and releasing old, outdated things, the shorter amount of time y'all are going to have together to have the romantic feelings and given the chance to express your love and drink out of that sacred cup. So somebody needs to do something. All right, let's see. I don't know, this feels a little awkward. A little confusing. Excuse me. Let's see. Or somebody can be single and their head's up in the clouds fantasizing and they're not focusing on self-love. They're just sitting there daydreaming about wanting to be with their person and not making the changes. Possibly still sitting in front of the computer playing too many video games or in front of the TV watching too much crap, eating too much nasty stuff, not getting enough exercise, working too much, staying up too late, partying, whatever, and not getting the rest and relaxation you need. It can go either which way. Take it how it is for you. Place yourself where you belong. Of course, we know the disclaimers. But there's definitely a twin flame union that needs to happen. Does it need to happen? On the nose, big time. It'll benefit everybody. It'll benefit everybody. What do we got, Spirit? Soul's Journey. What do you need me to channel? What messages do you need to channel for? Do you need me to channel for you, Holy Spirit? All right, you ready? How many more shuffles? Okay, here we go. All right, Holy Spirit. You need to find balance in your life. Like I keep saying, it all stems down to making sure you stay consistent. Consistency and dedication and discipline are the keys here. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Don't worry about what other people have to say. Like, I'm just going to give you a bit of just whatever. When I left and went to Jersey for 2 weeks to visit my folks for Christmas and New Year's, I told my mom when I got home, I was going to give my son to his dad and I was going to go take a weekend to myself. And she's like, oh, you just want to run away? And I told her, I'm like, look, I haven't had a day to myself since I went on a trip to Texas back last year. In April, almost a year ago, okay? And even then, it was a very, I wasn't alone. I was doing other things, and I didn't have a whole lot of decompression because I was all dealing with a whole bunch of other things. And she was trying to guilt me into saying you need to run away from your kid to feel better. Sometimes, yes. Don't let judgment of what other people have to say, even your own mama. Like, I love my mom, I respect my mom, but sometimes she's stuck in her mind thinking one way or another because she had her parents when I was growing up. She had my granddad to take care of me when she wanted to go run off to Mexico within the first year of me being born because she could. You know what I'm saying? So people sit there and think they know best, even the elders. Sometimes they don't. And their judgment is just that judgment, and they have no room to talk because do they really have any stones to throw? Is their life perfect? Have they always been the perfect parents, or have you always had the perfect friends with the perfect, life and all of this? No, we all have our own issues, and judgment is not acceptable because we can't cast stones if we're perfect. We shouldn't cast stones if we're not perfect. There's only one that's perfect. He's the one that gets to do the judgment. Okay? So don't worry about what other people have to say. If you need to leave your kids with whoever and take yourself a couple days to yourself, go do it. Don't worry about what other people have to say. You need to do what you need to do for you. You need to love yourself first. In order to be good parents, in order to be good spouses, we need to love ourselves first, or we ain't going to be no good to nobody. Find balance. Because the thing is, there's going to be, do you regret something? I'm being told not yet. But if you don't get yourself together, you're going to miss out on a golden opportunity. You're going to miss out on divine blessings if you don't get yourself in balance. Seek help if you need it. Take your time, decompress. Because you may say something, do something, or push certain people away that don't deserve it. You shouldn't, and you're going to end up regretting your actions if you don't start caring for your needs and getting in balance. I know that I cannot change the past. Let go of the past. Don't hold any regrets from the past. If you've healed your past, let it go. Be proud of the things that you've done. Be proud of knowing that you need to take a break and be okay with it. Be proud of being able to say, I know my limits. And I don't care what you have to say. I need a break, and I'm going to take it right now. And if you can't help me, we need to find somebody that can. Because if not, there may be an explosion that may lead you into hurting somebody, physically, mentally, or emotionally scarring somebody. Don't be in denial that you need help. Don't think that you need to be Superman, Superwoman all the time. Don't deny yourself. being vulnerable and being able to feel your human emotions, because we're not machines. We do break down. We do have burnout. We do have all of those things. And if you do not respect that within yourself, confirmation, if you don't respect that in yourself, you're going to become unbalanced and you're going to make a lot of choices that you're going to regret. So don't have too much pride and ego thinking you can do everything and being in denial about it. Okay. You need to remember that you are human with human emotions. You know, maybe it is time that maybe you need to do something that makes you laugh, do something that makes you feel fun. If you want to do it as a family, if you have a family, go do something with your family that brings out the lighter side of life. Do it yourself if you have to, if you feel like you really need alone time. Go find the lighter side of if you need to get in the car and go take yourself to the beach or take yourself to an amusement park, go. If you don't have the money for it right now, save up for it and go do it. Even if it means going and taking your tent and go camping out wherever, dispersed camping, find a campground, whatever you got to do. Go do something for yourself. Go ahead. Find the lighter side of life. It's going to help you balance out. And don't fear being alone, because you're not. Don't fear, that you don't want to go here, go there, because you're afraid of other people feeling bad because they can't be there with you enjoying it. You need your you time. Go do something for yourself. Because you need to be happy. In order for your creative mind, your imagination to work so you can have all those creative endeavors that you want, to be able to feel motivated and boosted to do the things you need to do to be able to do your job. If you have a specific job that you want to start, if you have a specific goal that you want to reach, you have to find happiness within yourself to find the motivation to do it. Because if you're burnt out, tired, you're not going to have the motivation to do diddly squat. Caretaker burnout is the thing, especially when you got too many people emotionally draining you and not replenishing it the way that it needs to be replenished. And you need to trust in yourself. Trust in what you know. Trust your inner knowing. If your inner knowing saying, hey, hold on, wait a minute, I'm tired, I'm burnt out, I need a break, you can't keep pushing me, because if you keep pushing me, I'm going to make things miserable for you because I'm miserable. Your inner self is telling you, trust me, I know what's going on. I know what's about to happen. I know where you're about to go. You need to rest and relax before you burn out and go cuckoo crazy. Don't worry about feeling lonely. I don't think you feel lonely at all. I think you feel overwhelmed from having too many people relying on you. That's the one. Maybe you want a little bit of loneliness. There's that discipline. There's that discipline you need to be able to get in balance. Be disciplined. Eating, sleeping, routine, spiritual practice. So that way you can have the success that you're destined for. That will help you with feeling more secure in life and maybe taking some of the burden off of you so you can have more of that fun stuff, that humor and happiness. Where'd happiness go? Here. So you can be more proud of yourself and you can have the growth in your life that you need by learning how to manage yourself and your emotions. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Any other decks that you want to bring out? No. The thing is you have a divine purpose. That's that success. That's that purpose that you have. You have a purpose to be here that's going to bring you immense amounts of success. The thing is if you don't start taking care of yourself, you're going to blame yourself for losing out. You're going to be living in regret. And I don't think anybody wants to live in regret and blame themselves for things that they could have prevented if they started paying better attention to their emotions and their feelings and listening to their inner knowledge. Your intuition's trying to save you from a burnout, a major burnout that may land you in a hospital bed because you're so stressed out. Having anxiety and panic attacks that feel like heart attacks and strokes that may actually lead to one if you don't calm down and relax and stop being so amped up. There's growth again. It's time to persevere. It's time to know that anything you set your mind to, you can do it. But right now, your mind may be foggy and clouded because there's so much coming at you emotionally, spiritually, energetically from people that are sucking you dry because, they need you. Kids can suck the life out of you, man, literally. And, it could be that, like I was saying, you may have people that you've been releasing that may be trying to come back or try to still suck your energy or make you feel all kinds of way energetically. And it could be, You know, you need to break free so you can persevere and get your health right. I'm talking seriously mental, emotional, and spiritual health. And then your physical health will come in, because once your spirit is happy, once your soul is happy, once you're right with spirit and your mental stability is happy and you're able to calm down emotionally, your health is going to significantly skyrocket. You're not going to feel like you need to eat your feelings, binge eat, or not eat, or eat garbage all the time because it's your comfort food, whatever. One more shuffle. Okay. I want to put that here. Oops. Finding the lighter side of life will help your health. So will being out in nature. So will your animals. So will your family. Once you know how to manage it all and find a balance. Relying on friends. Talking to friends. People that have been there. Finding somebody in your, building up your soul tribe of like-minded people that want to build you up and make you feel good, and you do the same. Being in service to both you and them. It's important to have good people in your life. Just don't push them away, okay? Because you're overwhelmed, overworked, and stressed out. Last shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. The last 3 messages. It's time for you to make them changes and stick to them and be disciplined to sticking to whatever changes you make. It's time. Working on your relationship and stop being so indecisive about what you want. If you want to be in a committed relationship and you want to be loved by people and you want to have a family in the house and the white picket fence and all the things, you need to work on yourself so you can have healthy relationships. If you are indecisive of who you want to be with, then you are not with the right person. If you're in a relationship, if that's not the person you want to be with and that's not the person that's on your mind, then maybe you shouldn't be there. But if you aren't in a relationship and you're trying to choose this person or this person, you're single for a reason. Okay? Don't be indecisive. Use your intuition in all aspects of life. Listen to your inner knowing. Listen to the voice of your soul. Listen to what spirit has to tell you. So that way you don't let go of relationships that shouldn't be let go of. And ruining friendships that don't need to be ruined, and building up your soul tribe and building up your family and doing those things. There's changes that need to be made. I'm really thinking that somebody needs to get away from old, outdated people that no longer serve you, that just want to suck your energy and make you work for them, make you do all the things, serve them hand and foot so they don't have to get up and be treated like a king or a queen when they do absolutely nothing. Or you got somebody else that has, an ego that needs to be fed, and if you're not doing what they say, they'll turn around, dump you for whatever, and try to find somebody to fulfill what they want because they can't seem to find anybody that's good enough for their egotistical ass. Okay? There's a whole lot of things in the world. There's a whole lot of different types of personalities. If God has graced you with somebody in your life, it's because they're the person that you need to be with in that moment to teach you lessons. Or they may very well be your person, your soulmate or your twin. And every relationship's going to need a little bit of work. Some more than others, especially if people have underlying issues with their family. Like I was saying, there's a lot of people that have daddy issues, a lot of people that have mommy issues. There's a lot of people that have those problems, and sometimes it seriously affects the relationship. And sometimes those relationships, if it's doable, putting in the extra effort to make it work instead of looking back on your past. Well, this person was this and that person was this, and this person I'm with now doesn't fit any of those things. Maybe that's exactly why you're in that relationship, is because this person's a whole new breed of people to teach you things that you need to learn to be the best version of yourself. That new kind of love. Maybe somebody that's there to ground you, teach you a new way of thinking, teach you a new way of looking at things instead of just conforming to what everybody else wants. what everybody else sees, that dances to a different beat of a different kind of drum, instead of just being like, you know, some of the masculine I see here that want women to go under the knife to get the freaking cartoon type body figure, and instead of just enjoying who they are and what God gave them and working on being the best version of themselves. Or you have people trying to make little Barbie dolls into copycats of their feminine because they want picture perfect, but when in reality, underneath all of that, they're just gold digger succubuses that are manipulating and using people. And that's okay by them because they, on the outside, everything looks good. If that's the kind of lifestyle you want, go ahead, but you'll never really truly be in balance. There's changes that need to be made mentally there for somebody. Mental changes, emotional changes, spiritual changes. Stop trying to repress your feelings. Let them out how you need to, but do it in a constructive way. If you got feelings that need to be voiced, give voice to them, but learn how to communicate in a way where you're not going to hurt people or push people away. It's time to trust somebody, yourself and God first, and then maybe letting the person that you love the most in, and learn to trust them and that they're not going to hurt you. Because if they were going to hurt you, God would have taken them out of your life by now. But they're there for a reason. Or if you're single, these are things that you need to learn how to work on yourself, your independence, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, those sorts of things. So that way when your person comes into your life, you can accept that new love. You can accept those romantic feelings. You're able to express your love and communicate properly. Okay? It's time to work on ourselves so we can drink out of that cup of love there. Okay? Anything else, Spirit? Nope, I said everything he wanted me to say. Okay, I'm going to close this reading. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, angels, ancestors, loved ones, spirit guides for coming through, energies for coming through, for helping me through this reading. I love and appreciate you all. I close this reading. Ooh, under an hour. Look at me. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. You know, work on yourselves. Show yourself the same love you want to show everybody else. And remember, you know, you got to love yourself first and God first. God and yourself first. And then that way you can have the rest of it and everything can feel balanced and happy. I mean that. So for now, just take it for what it is. Hopefully there was something here that helps you through your journey. Know that Gigi loves you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, share the video to get these messages out. And until next time, light, love, and blessings. Bye for now, guys.